today. Just want to cover a couple of points that we talked about during today's session. The video on the left is one we took early on in the session. The video on the right is what we looked at toward the end of the session. So a couple of changes that were made during today's session was really based around your setup. And again relating to that weight transfer again that we discussed for the last couple of weeks. Basically in your setup position there, the video here on the left, you can just see that you look a little bit hunched over slightly. So what we did there, we actually moved you back away from the ball a couple of inches to give you a little bit more space between yourself and the ball. We got you to take your posture position where you bent over slightly more, and also got you to bend your knees a little bit less than what you were doing previously. So what that did, that created a much taller posture, allowing you more room to swing that golf club through the hitting area. Also, big change in the setup. Again, just looking at where the swing centre is during your setup position, you can just see there your nose and the centre of your chest is a little bit behind the golf ball. We just got you to lean or move your body a little bit more to the left, just to try and get you over here, just a little bit more over the top of the golf ball, if not slightly in front of the golf ball, just like you were here on the video on the right hand side. So again, that's just allowing you a better starting position to get a consistent strike and to work that weight transfer a little bit better later on in the swing. So there with the new posture, standing a little bit taller and a weight a little bit more on the left hand side, so you're a little bit more over the top of that golf ball. So we'll go into the swing and have a look at it. As we take you to the top of your backswing, like we said earlier on, because you're behind the golf ball already, as you started the swing, any movement to the right will take you further and further away from the ball. You see there on the swing a little bit later on, stayed a little bit more centred. Still a little bit of movement to the right, but again just a little bit more centred during that backswing, again created through a better starting position from being a little bit more over the top of the golf ball. So as we take you now down into the impact position, we're looking for your weight now, we're looking for your lower body to move to the left towards your target, allowing your upper body to then work towards the line, it's not creeping in front of the line. You can see there's approaching impact, but your upper body doesn't actually move forward and you stay behind the line, creating the inconsistent strikes, or catching the ground first or catching the ball a little bit thin. On this occasion, I did actually get away with a shot, got a pretty good strike, but again, just from the body position being behind the line can create that inconsistency. I know the shots during the lesson you did hit the mat quite a few times before the golf ball. So with the changes, we know we stayed more centred on the backswing. Again, as you can just see, as your lower body is now starting to work to the left, creeping in front of that line. As we're approaching impact now, much better position. Head there still slightly behind the line, upper centre of the chest, again still slightly behind the line, but in a much better position to create a consistent strike. So again, just need a little bit more weight transfer with those hips and legs driving forward to bring your upper body a little bit more in front of that line, creating more of a downward strike into the ball, creating that or allowing you to hit the ball a little bit more consistently. Again, that results, as we take you into the finish position, that's just resulting in a much better finish with all your weight being more over your left side. So now the line indicating the centre of your golf swing, you're actually now in front of that line, which is a much better balanced finish position, whereas the swing earlier on, because we've had no weight transfer, again the line's in the middle of your body, and also all your weight now is actually still pretty much in the centre of that stance where it was when it started. So again, later on in the swing, better posture position, giving you more room to swing the club, working on that weight transfer a little bit more, also created much more consistent shots. Okay, we gave you another little drill to work on. A couple of shots did go out to the right, and a couple you did turn over a little bit too much to the left. We did notice a little bit of a flicking action during the shot, where your right hand tucks underneath the left, creating this angle, creating that angle there. Creating that angle there. Again, we wanted the right arm to rotate a little bit more, allowing the club face to close down, keeping the ball a little bit straighter towards your target. With that tucking, that flicking action of your wrist, again, just get your club face slightly open on a few shots, causing you to push a few of those shots. So we gave you a little drill to work on, which was really concentrating again on that posture, maintaining the posture, just half a swing back and half a swing follow through, but then really concentrating on that rotation of your forehands on the way through, and actually seeing the ball curve to the left once you hit it. So it's starting more towards your target but then curving to the left. Again, as we talked about, when you put that into the golf swing with weight transfer, that would make the shots a lot straighter. So the ball would start more on the target, hitting a little tiny draw, rather than that push or slice that you were hitting previously. So if you've got any problems with those drills, give me a call. But until then, good luck with it, and I'll look forward to seeing you again very soon.